start from there because I said the F word.
I know.
So, hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing.
Welcome back. Whole week. How's it been for you?
Busy.
What'd you
Very
do other than
busy.
work?
Other than work? I should have brought my crown.
Oh, that's right. Because you guys went to that.
Irish Scottish festival
Yeah,
yesterday.
You went festival.
Yes.
You went to the Irish festival. I stayed
Yes.
home and just was Irish.
Yes. Yes. And it was so much.
It was. Me from the way you talked about it.
Yes. We got to watch the Highland Games, which was really cool. We got to watch, or there was a Birds of Prey little exhibition in a tent. That was cool. There was a car show. It was
Did
a
they show 'em
British
hunting? The birds?
No, they just talked about the birds and let the birds go from one person to another.
Like falconeers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There was a British car show. There was some really cool cars.
Aces and shit.
Yeah. There was multiple
Jaguar.
tents with music, which was nice to get out of the sun for a minute.
Right.
And
you guys came back pretty early.
Yeah, it was
Fucking hot now. Like, this is an early morning podcast. I'm all sticky.
Well, you're
Like, you can't tell on film, maybe. I don't know. They don't call it film anymore.
No. But
Digital.
there was there were all kinds of food trucks. I got haggis.
Which is good if you don't know what the fuck you're eating.
Even if you know what it is, it still tastes
fuck
good.
that. Don't tell me what it is. That's ugh.
Okay.
But you can tell them what it is.
Okay, so it's made from sheep pluck, which is the heart, lungs, and some other organs. I don't remember what
Asshole.
all. But anyways, they grind up all the organs with spices, and it looks like ground beef. Tastes kind of like liver. They served it with mashed potatoes. It was delicious. I ate like a third of it, maybe half. Dylan ate the rest just because I can't eat that much at one time.
Yeah, I figured that much haggis.
No, I mean, I can't eat that much of anything at one time.
Oh, yeah, because the medicine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we got wings last night for dinner, and I could only eat 5 wings.
I still got a bunch of wings left. I'm excited about that.
I am too.
What, 5 at a time?
Yeah.
It's going to take you forever to eat
4
what
days.
we have left. They're not going to be good by then.
That's all right.
Whatever is not left today
You can have to.
Yeah, I'm not eating them in past tomorrow. That's too bad.
I said
that's
you
too
can
long.
have tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not eating any of them. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
I don't like yours anyway. You got weird flavors.
I got mild and garlic parmesan. That's not weird.
I meant weak.
Okay.
Weak and weird. It's the same
Whatever.
thing. Same fucking thing.
So, yeah, it was really fun. But we did leave at like noon because by noon, like where my car was and where we parked, even in the grass, the temperature inside the car said 95, like where the car was sitting.
Yeah.
And it was just, there were no trees because, it was a big open field for all the games and everything. And it was, so it was only going to get hotter. So we decided to come home then. But anyways, I got a crown. It's
died.
Beautiful.
Buster Poindexter? Or that's not something. No, he was, I forget his real name. He was from the New York Dolls punk band. He was, remember the cab driver in Scrooge with Bill Murray? You remember the movie Free Jack?
Anyways, we're not going anywhere.
Oh, do you remember, what was it? There were two hilarious,
okay, so
2 black guys, rappers, and they did comedies in the 90s. Tall guy and then a short, fat guy.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Where are Car 99? Where are you?
No idea.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I have no idea.
Damn, you just got to let my brain go and spin. I'll get it.
So anyways, I got a crown and it's beautiful. And the kids all got souvenirs and stuff too. And it was fun.
I got me a cool flat cap.
It was fun.
El Dos flat caps.
Today
that's
we're
a mixture of.
Yeah, you got stuff too. You got caps. I did not get you the traditional Irish ones because it's too hot here for you to wear.
Yeah, they're fucking wool.
Yes.
They're made for like rainy fucking climates.
Yeah, and colder.
Which reminded me, I was watching that show, Mobland on Paramount. Fucking badass.
Okay.
Yeah. So, fuck, why am I brain farting
I
every
don't
time that?
know. I wasn't done talking.
Oh, well, go ahead. Then. I had something cooler to talk about. My bang.
Today we're going to
Get off my
grill and hang out, and the weather's beautiful. I love it.
It's sticky. I need to shower after this.
Okay.
I'm all like, ew and
Well,
shit.
I think the weather's beautiful, and it's my like season.
I like cold better.
And yeah, so that was fun. It's been a good weekend. So work week was a little hectic, but then this week's going to be the same. So if my phone starts ringing, pause because I have to answer for work stuff.
She's got to go save lives, so
it
starts ringing. It mean lives are.
No, there's a person. My DON is on vacation, and so I'm handling some things while she's out.
Okay, so we'll hit break it.
So yeah, it's been interesting.
I'm going to use this platform again to do what I did before and hold myself accountable. And I'm not going to drink during the week anymore.
Really?
Yep. I'm going to just Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I love this idea.
Yep. And I think because last time it worked when we were doing it, when we were just audio.
Yeah.
And we were like keeping up. Like, I think I was also doing like one of those like challenges, weight lift challenges, like a cut or some shit.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But it did stop me from drinking during the week. So I think I'm going to do that again. And
I love that.
as of tomorrow, because, today. Yeah. There's a lot in there. That's why I'm starting early, because I got to get through all of them
you
today.
had a lot yesterday, too.
I know. I got to get to it. That's why I told you, like, when we were at the store, you're like, are you sure? Do you?
Well, we have enough.
I'm like, I've got enough.
I didn't want to have to make another trip.
I think I'd left 6 of them over.
Later in the day to buy more. I don't think you did. You brought the box home.
Did I? Okay.
But yeah, so I love that idea, because when I get home after working all day and you're tipsy and silly and I'm
more stoned than anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I disagree, but
okay.
Anyway.
Agree to disagree.
You never do that unless
I have,
right?
Okay. Look.
Ever in the history of our relationship have you been okay with agree to disagree until right now? So I know I'm right.
I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much average. These are pints. So I would go, if they're available, I grab 6 of them.
Yeah.
So 6 pints a day.
Okay.
Has been for like a year now.
Okay.
That's what I've been averaging. That's not bad in some. That's like a dude coming home after working hard and having a 6-pack of beer.
I understand. That is still terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds horrible now that I talk about it.
That is still,
when you break it down in the small, it's just like a 6-pack a day. You're like, it's not bad. But then you're like, for a fucking year plus straight, there's only been a couple days that I've gone like
completely
because I've been
alcohol
sick.
free. Yeah.
I really had the flu or some shit. It's the only thing that stopped me. So yeah, I'm going to stop drinking during the week. Except for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. And we're still just going to do the regular 6 on.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
It'll probably be less because my tolerance will drop. I'm maintaining a certain level of fucking blood alcohol level constantly. She is a monster during this podcast. I'm going to get another camera. It'll just be under here.
Right.
And it's just going to be on her attacking our feet.
But to watch that camera, you're going to have to pay because it'll show our feet and legs.
And we already talked about that on that other episode, that weird motherfucker. Sorry, I don't mean to kink shame, but yeah, don't fucking message my wife, dude. Okay.
So
anyway, yeah, let's get to our first topic. Shit, we're already 10 minutes in.
Okay.
I got to pull it up.
Ow.
Oh, off. What was your screen average last week?
3 hours and 36 minutes.
Mine was
And the majority of that was work. Like
you were on your phone for work?
I mean,
okay. I'm just asking.
How much have I been on the phone the last 3 days that you've seen?
A lot has been for work.
Yes.
But I mean, sometimes in the past, you used to have these little games that you would
Right.
get
No, I
hooked
haven't
on.
touched my games.
Okay. I don't know.
And like this morning, I scrolled for 30 minutes and sent memes to you and my cousins.
What is that called? You said it yesterday,
Doom
and
scrolling.
I've heard it on podcasts.
It's
I have
doom
no idea what
scrolling.
the fuck it means.
So
Why is she doing this?
doom scrolling is like
Maybe.
for people who have
Get your
like
foot out of the air.
avoidance to tasks for whatever reason. Usually it's like ADHD or something.
She got my foot.
It's easier to just like mindlessly scroll and avoid what you're trying to accomplish. So it's called doom scrolling because you know you have something to do, but you are, but you're just like
She's getting
paralyzed and from the task. Like you know you have something to do, but you don't want to do it, so you just sit there and scroll, and then it turns into like an hour, and you're like, okay, I gotta go do it.
I don't know what that like. I don't know what that is. Like I've never done that. I mean, I've sat online and like kind of fuck around, then I get off.
Not to avoid doing something like laundry or mowing the yard or anything
No,
like
because
that.
I got to go get those done. I throw on a fucking podcast, put my headphones on, go ding, put my phone in my pocket, and go get shit done. Yeah.
No,
It's when I don't have things to do that I sit online and go, and then talk shit.
Oh, no. See, for me,
tell
it's the
people
complete
they suck.
opposite. It's when I know I have something to do or something I should do or need to do and I don't want to do it, then I'll just like to de-stress, like not think about that. I'll just scroll and then it'll be an hour or two later and I'm like, oh, I better go do this.
You're one of, but see, you're not very active like online as far
No.
as social media goes. So
No.
you're one of those people. You're like a, what do they call them? Like a voyeur or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just like to watch. Yeah. Dick bastard. I don't know. I'm pretty talk shitness online.
I think there's a lot of people like me that love to like keep up and see what's going on and look at stuff because it's funny or just again doom scroll, but don't necessarily want to put shit out there.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that you're kind of private that way. First topic.
Okay.
There's a genetic mutation that causes bones to become 8 times denser than normal, enabling individuals to survive car accidents without fractures, but prevent them from swimming.
That is not true.
Well, it's the basis pretty much behind the movie Unbreakable.
I hear you.
Did you watch that movie?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, a movie you've seen?
Part of it, anyways. I remember watching part of it.
Who's in it?
Saw the whole thing. Don't ask
Give me one.
Like
oh my! There's like 2 of the biggest fucking actors of all time. Think Die Hard.
Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He's the fucking Unbreakable one.
Okay, wait. Maybe I didn't see it.
And Samuel L. Jackson. He's in a chair. He's got white hair.
Oh no! I didn't see that.
You didn't see that one?
Nope.
It's the M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong one.
Nope. I was thinking about something else.
Oh. It's not highly regarded. There's 3 of those movies. There's Unbreakable, and then there's Split and Glass.
Okay, Split is the one with
the multi-personality
yes.
one. And so is Glass.
And Glass is too.
Which one? There's one that's like they all end up in a fucking institution. It's like
know.
very One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest kind of thing.
I don't know.
Vibe going on. It's the last one.
I think it was Split that I saw. And he's like in a house and he has 2 girls.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I saw.
Yeah.
I did not see Unbreakable.
James McAvoy is a hell of an actor. I don't know why he didn't get more recognition for that.
Anyways,
and if he did,
that is not true. There is a gene that can produce denser bones. It doesn't make it they can still swim, but they do have difficulty floating.
Yes.
But also it doesn't necessarily mean that they avoid breaking bones. So it depends on how big the mutation is, how much of that specific gene they have.
So it is a mutation.
It's a mutation, yes. It's
so they're a mutant.
Something.
They're technically a mutant.
Yes. However,
fuck yeah, dude.
That does not mean that their bones are harder to break because depending on the mutation, their bones are thicker or shaped differently, but they are still brittle and break easily.
Okay.
It's not It's like
That's Glass. That in Unbreakable. They both have the same mutation. It's just different levels of it.
yes,
Like Bruce Willis's is super dense. He can't get hurt or whatever. And then there's freaking Samuel L. Jackson, Glass Man, who is brittle. He
right.
falls down steps and breaks fucking gets like 18 fractures.
Yeah.
You know, surprised like he never had a head injury that like caused inflammation of the brain. Like would have fucking died as a child yet that thing. But at the
Early
level that he had, they said he had. I mean, come on
how
now.
early they caught it, and I mean, there's stop.
It is a movie we're talking. But still, yeah, I had an old first sergeant who had this because I had just we were doing drown proofing, and I had come back from I'd already done lifeguard training, so I was Red Cross certified lifeguard, and we're doing drown proofing in the Army, and he wouldn't go to the deep end. He's a black guy, but that has nothing to do with it. He wouldn't go to the deep end. I'm like, Top, let's go. You know, that's what you call your highest ranking NCO in your unit if he's not an actual first sergeant. So he's like, no, I can't. I'm like, he's like, I'll sink. I'm like, this is bullshit. I said, humans float naturally. I'm a young kid. This is 2001, 2002, maybe. And he's like, no, watch. He comes out to the deep end and we're sitting there and I was like, okay, stop swimming. And he stops and just goes whoop, right to the fucking bottom. I was like, holy shit. I said, you would, and he was a boatie, which is weird. It's very rare in the Army, but I was like, if you're a fucking, like, you're a boatie, you're out on the water. Oh my God, she, yeah. Ivy. Sorry, everyone. She's about to draw blood on us, but yeah, it was crazy. So that was the first time I've ever encountered somebody having that.
So, and okay, but that, even though you were being kind of stereotypical with it, African Americans do typically have denser bones just genetically. That is real. And it also makes sense because the highest incidence of like osteoporosis is slightly built females. As they get older, they tend to get
You mean the
osteoporosis.
jacked built?
No, osteoporosis, slightly built, small, petite.
Oh,
so
okay.
Asian and Asian and Caucasian women are more likely to have osteoporosis as we age. It's just, I mean, part of genetics. Now that's not saying everyone, but
okay. Well, fun. I don't want that.
No.
You know what else I don't want? I don't want to live without a heart, but apparently you can. A man once lived for 555 days without a real heart. He wore an artificial heart in a backpack 24/7, of course. I mean, what the fuck? For 555 days, which pumped blood around his body and kept him alive. And he also played basketball with it. What the fuck? He has received a full heart transplant after getting a donor. One, how much money does that motherfucker have?
Right.
To
And
get
two,
that?
I'm curious. I've heard about that like on TV shows, but I never knew that was a real thing. Like I know ECMO can pump it. ECMO.
It's the fourth Three Stooges. That made no sense. Sorry. My attempt at a bad joke.
Yeah. No, ECMO is like a machine they put you on to circulate your blood to give your heart and lungs a break. So if there's something wrong with heart or lungs or both.
It's like life support.
Yes, basically. But it just circulates your blood for you.
Yeah.
But I did
feel
not
like
know.
I need that. Like
No,
I
you
feel
don't.
like just a good transfusion, get some new blood in me. You know?
You might feel like you've had that after next week.
Right? They should do that do they do that for like alcoholics?
No, you
or,
get a
like-
new liver, which filters the toxin.
I know, but I mean for initially, because they tell you don't go cold turkey. Especially if
no.
you're a hardcore alcoholic.
No, they put you on Ativan to keep you from having seizures.
Yeah, but also like there's two kinds of like for rehab, like drugs that you cannot give up cold turkey or you could possibly die. Alcohol is one.
I understand.
And I forget what the other, not heroin. It starts with a B, I think. I don't fuck.
Anyways, alcohol, lots of people, even I've seen it multiple times recently, actually. They end up going into the hospital because they've gotten ill because they have vitamin deficiencies, liver is not working properly. they do go cold turkey, but they put you on medications, typically Ativan,
Yeah.
to prevent the seizures that usually come from withdrawals.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm saying, like, if somebody doesn't go in, they're like, I'm going to do it myself. I'm just going to stop. And, like, it's dangerous.
that's very dangerous. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without medication.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
You're
no.
saying they do it the right way. They won't just.
Well, no,
yeah.
I mean, they do it because they were
bring
forced
it,
to.
Yeah. They're not going to bring in like a tall boy and be like, you can have one every
No.
4 hours
You get
and
medication.
then one every 8 hours.
There's also a medication they can give you if you want to stop drinking that will make the cravings less or non-existent. But if you drink while you're on it, you will become violently ill.
I've heard about that.
Yes.
There was always that pill that was always well, when I first joined the Army, we had a lot of there's still a lot of alcoholism in the Army, but
I feel like
there were
military
dudes
teaches people how to be an alcoholic.
Yeah, it did,
like nursing taught me how to smoke.
well, they don't tax our alcohol because you buy it on base, it's tax free. What's up? So but anyway, no, they're cracking down because now you can't buy booze on base after 10.
Oh,
Yeah, they only sell booze 06 to 10 o'clock. That's it.
wow.
Yeah, because remember when we were at Riley, they shut it down there too. It used to be 24 hours.
Well, and then they stopped it at like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
They changed it to like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
bars.
because they thought soldiers wouldn't go off post and get DUI. They would just stay on post and get DUI.
Right, which they could easily,
and then
fix.
they were like, wait a second, we need to stop this. It's now 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And this is fucking late. This is 25th. Well, when the fuck? 2014?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just making those rules. Like,
Yeah.
come on now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this guy with the heart.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucking cool, but you'd think there would be like a contract. Like, look, this is a very expensive and this is very fragile what you're doing. And he's out there fucking shooting hoops.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, he must have been a very healthy person other than whatever heart defect or issue he had. I mean, there's lots of people that are...
You can sit there and be a slob, man. It's okay. It's not like you're going to get blood clots. You just, like turn up the fucking button or something.
No, what I'm saying
It
is
pumps
prior to whatever...
Get out of here.
Prior to whatever medical emergency or problem he had with his heart, he must have been a very healthy human. Like, that's why he's out there playing basketball. Like, he had those habits prior.
Yeah. Most rich people are healthy. Healthy-ish, I guess. Because they pay for the best. Like, they have chefs. They have, when was the last time you seen a severely obese, like, super rich person? I'm saying super rich, not like
actor rich, but like
public figure.
I mean, Elon used to be pretty fucking fat till he got on Ozempic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a billionaire. He's now a public figure. He's a fucking dabbling in shit he shouldn't be fucking dabbling in. Stick to fucking rockets, you piece of shit. Stay the hell out of politics.
Also, he's a little, I'm like, I mean, I don't know if he is or not, but to me, I think he's a bit autistic.
He's definitely autistic.
So
he's a fucking nerd that has a bunch of money now, and he's weird. Yeah. He's that fucking kid that we used to fuck with, growing up, and now all of a sudden he's like the richest man in the world, and we fucked with them.
Well, shame on you.
So now he's gonna fuck with us, and it's bad.
I was nice.
Stick to rockets, dude. Like,
I can remember in elementary school,
let's
especially
put
in
an
PE,
atmosphere on Mars, and then you be the first one there.
We didn't really have autism diagnoses then. The early 80s, mid 80s.
Yeah.
And but there were some kids that were clearly, now looking back, that were somewhere on the spectrum, and the athletic boys would always pick on them, and it used to piss me off. And every day in PE, they would try to make these boys cry. They would make these boys cry, and I'd be in a fight.
Yeah.
But
now those boys are super rich motherfuckers and causing havoc.
I hope they remember
havoc.
I hope they remember that I stood up.
Yeah, if you're a super rich fucking nerdy guy, whatever, and she stood up for you, send us a goddamn check.
Wow.
What?
Woo!
I gotta bully them. I was bullied. I'm not rich. I'm pissed.
Well, we didn't go to elementary school together, or I would have stood up for you.
Yeah. I bet you would have.
I would have.
You want to, since we're talking about society shit, you want to hear about some fucked up stuff that you did not know about? It's called the Universe 25 experiment, and it's the most disturbing studies in the histories of science. You know about that?
No.
Apparently not. It was carried out by an American scientist because, I mean, it was either us or the Germans who were going to do this. Named John Calhoun between 1958 and 1962. Calhoun designed an ideal environment for rats called mouse paradise, in quotations, with abundant food, water, and space in order to study the social dynamics of a growing population. Initially, the colony prospered, but after 317 days, population growth began to stagnate. Upon reaching 600 mice, serious social problems arose. Hierarchies were established. The strongest individuals began to attack others, and aggressive and maladaptive behaviors emerged, such as violence between females and a lack of reproductive interest in males, which is kind of what's going on in Japan. As passive, non-reproductive, beautiful mice, males dominated, the birth rate plummeted. Juvenile mortality reached 100%, and the colony collapsed into cannibalism and homosexuality. The experiment was repeated 25 times, each time with similar results, and has been used to model the study of social collapse in urban sociology. And the credits go to something called kind of whatever the fuck it is. I got it off Twitter.
Okay.
No, I got it off Instagram.
I'm just curious if anyone else sees the parallels to what's happening in the United States.
Yeah, that's why they're bringing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's not, it's
a
we're
bunch
not
of
at a,
men controlling the government, telling women what to and not to do with their bodies, and women saying, you know what, I don't need a fucking man, and you're not going to tell me what to do, and all these things.
Kids
not having children.
Yeah, kids these days are having
don't
less
want
sex.
to have
They're
kids. Well, they're not necessarily having.
Well, there was a little spike that this is. I think it's. I don't know who the fuck I'm quoting, but it was stated that because of the access to porn that they had their entire lives.
No, I think that was what's happening in Japan.
Yeah. It's starting there faster, harder, but it will be
here.
There was a little spot.
I wouldn't say here they're having less sex. They're just the girls are our daughter's ages.
Hey, let's not bring them into this. I don't want to.
No, listen to me. Okay. They know. Okay. When I was 19, I was like, okay, well, what do I do now? I guess I get married. That's what I'm supposed to do. When I was 21, I guess I'm supposed to.
Society fucking.
Yes, that's how I was trained.
Remember all the
way I was raised
in the 90s? Either the mom was a fucking housewife or was dead.
Right. So, I mean, that's where my brain went, which led me the path that I went down. My girls, no, I don't to get married. I don't to have children. I can do whatever it is I want to do. I can figure out what I want to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
go be you. That's what it is.
That's
like
good.
We are the foundation for you to jump off of and go see what the fuck is.
It's not just you
can, and if you jump and go out there and swim around for a little bit and have to come back for that's cool. That's why we're here.
And that's like it's not. They have the opportunity to do that, and they're seeing that, and so it's not. Oh well, okay, I finished school, now I have to get married, and then I have to have kids.
But like you said, it's crazy to look and see there. I mean, there's similar parallels.
Yes.
I mean, in some places stronger than others in different societies around the world. But yeah, it's getting too good. And when shit gets too good, people get fucked up.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's scary.
Yep.
That's why I don't read shit like that. I don't get like anytime any sort of email or news or anything pops, I cannot. I am so like sensitive to those stories that it makes me want to crawl in a hole and cry and panic. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Do you know what an ultracrepidarian is?
Yeah.
I think I said that right. It is somebody who gives opinions on subjects they know nothing about. Pretty much everyone online, to include me. I mean, I know a little bit about shit I talk about. Otherwise, if I can't back it up, what was it we used to say in the 90s? Put that on something. Never heard that? Motherfucker will say something, you'd be like, put that on something. Because then it would turn into like, put that on your mother or something like that. I put it on,
Okay.
it was a, I swear by my father's grave or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what that meant. Put that on something. You don't remember that?
No, I remember hearing.
Maybe that was 8th grade. That was 8th grade.
I remember
was an
hearing people
AutoCAD.
say things like,
put that on something.
The people that talked like
Put
that,
my dick on something, motherfucker.
I stopped listening.
Yeah. But that
put that on go. I don't want to hear anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anymore.
That's when I know you're bullshitting.
Like, I am done. I'm done listening.
So an ultracrepidarian is someone who gives opinions on subjects they know nothing about. I think everyone knows somebody or has at least like interacted with somebody like this. I mean, it's just okay. If you're saying something secondhand, does that count? Like, let's say I heard something from a, is it reputable?
Reputable.
Reputable. That's what I'm looking for. Source. And I state exactly what they said.
But you still know. You just
wait. That's not an
it.
opinion. Never mind.
You just heard something. Educated on the subject. You just heard one little piece of information.
Okay.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Now, if it's military, if it's transport, if it's logistics, please tell me, because I have
if it's
no
fighting
idea.
A body.
I don't know anything about that stuff. So explain that to me if I have a question.
Well, the first thing you have to do is never leave DNA behind. That is.
However,
mistake number 1.
If it's something that I know that you have not been thoroughly educated on, I don't necessarily need your opinion. If I have a question, I'm probably not going to ask you. I'm going to ask somebody else that I know is stronger in that area.
Nobody's stronger than me.
If I do come to you, it's because I want you to talk through
so
it
I go
with
to the gym,
babe, or help me figure it out.
I figured this out.
But not.
I don't try and solve your problems anymore, because all it does is piss you off and you stop talking to me. Yeah. If I just, excuse me, that was a little bit of
that was gross.
Woo! I came up with something. It's that if I just listen to your problems, it's a lot easier. Like, I don't have, and it's a lot easier on me too, once I figured that out. Like, I don't have to fucking solve this problem. I just have to listen and acknowledge and just validate you, I guess. And like, okay.
Or just let me talk
and then
through
give
to
you a
figure
hug.
out what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And then give you a hug, and then I can go about my day. It's so much easier that way. So thank you. I think that's our time, babe.
Okay.
Yep. We're a little bit over, and that's fine. So until next week, same bat channel, same bat time. That's stolen from, remember that from Batman? Yeah. You see Snoop Dogg? He's hanging out with his.
with his hand in
he's
Muscle Man's
it's
crotch.
2025. Don't judge.